Hello, everybody. Welcome into another exciting episode. So, in this episode, what we're going to be doing is authenticating Linux using Active Directory. So, currently, I have just a basic Linux client set up using Ubuntu currently. We're going to use this for a Debian based version, obviously. And then over here, I have my Active Directory server currently set up. So, I can show you that we do have Active Directory setup. So it's a basic install for the Lab for Fun domain. So what I have currently is this is on my .11 IP address right here, and and it's acting as my DNS server for my client. So I can ping my domain. All right, so let's go ahead and get this ball started. So the first thing we'll need to do is install some packages because we're on Linux. That's pretty much what we do. This right here is the commands. And I'll go ahead and put this on my website on what I've done too. So we're installing a few different packages and to make this process a little bit easier. Then I'm going to type in my administrative password. It's going to ask me, am I sure? Yes, I am. As you can see, I used app to go ahead and do that to make it a little bit easier on myself. So now I want to join it to my domain. Let me go ahead and copy my command to do that. And just to make this easier, I will clear the screen and put it right here just to make it easier for you guys to see. Oops, that is the wrong command. That's the install of what we just did. Back to my notes, and I will copy that. Because I don't think you guys want to watch me struggle to type again. So this right here will let me join this computer to the domain. If I push a type -u, I can use a domain username. If by default it will just use your administrator one. In this example, I'm just going to use the administrator one. If you want to, you can do -u and then whatever credentials you want to do. And this one I have set up, which domain do I have? I have the labforfun.org, which is actually my website. So we will go to labforfun.org. And then now it's asking me for my administrator password. Now this is the administrator password for my domain. And we don't get a response. That's a good thing in Linux. If you're familiar with Linux, if you don't get a response, you're not getting an error. So if I come back over here to my domain, I can see under computers, lab client 01. So we are officially part of the domain right now. Okay, so now we want to tell it that when we log in as using a domain, I want it to go ahead and create my home directories because it makes it so it's more of a user environment. So this command right here, it's updating the PAM modules to make the home directories for your users. So we can just, if we wanted to, we could just log in right now using this for my lab for fun. But maybe I want to make a Pseudo group so the way my Linux administrators, for example, can use Pseudo. That's typically something that's nice to have. Instead of coming in manually and installing these, which you can do, and just tell it dash the same principle as assigning Pseudo permissions to a local user. But I want it to be in I want it to be a group just to make it easier on me. So I'm going to come over back over here to my domain controller, and I'll create a new group. New group. And I will call this Linux admins. And capitalization does matter because it is Linux. And I will just copy this because I don't think you guys want to watch me with this typing again. And I will just do this. There I am. So Linux admins is what I'm going to name this. It's going to be a global security group. So just like that. And doesn't have to be anything special. So back over here, we need to tell it that we're going to want it to do something with this. So first we will need to get into our sudoers file, because that's where we want to tell it that, hey, where do we want to give you permissions to? So we can use sudo edit. If I didn't spell that right, did I? No, I did not. Sudo edit. There we go. So this file has a ton of stuff in it. You can completely break your sudo access rights with it if you don't do it carefully in here, or if you're going to come in here, make sure you make a backup if you want to come in and tweak some of these. So what privileges does root have? What my sudo permissions, for example. And see how this has the all equals all. That's the way we can specify the different commands that we want to allow. So basically we're saying that yes, you can have full admin rights. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come in here, paste this, and I'm going to put in at lab4fun.org space, and I will go ahead and do that same thing, that all for all. So that means that this group right here will have all the permissions. Now we can restrict it down in more videos if people want to see that we can do that too. But basically, yes, you're part of the sudo administrators group. Yes, save. That was nano. Same way of closing it if it's in another file system. So essentially, we are done. Now to log in, let's go ahead and create a user over here to log in as. And I'm going to just make it simple. Test user. So I'm going to give mine Bob. And I'm not going to go detailed. Bob sounds fine to me. See, it's a lowercase. I'm going to give mine a generic account. You can also still leave this checked if you want them to change the password. I don't want it to change it because I don't feel like fighting with it. So we have Bob. And I'm going to create myself. I will come over here to user. And I'm going to give myself sudo because I'm cool. BRYON. And I'm going to give BRYON my superty duperty password here. If I typed it right. And I'm going to give Brian my Linux administrator, one that I just created under groups. So, LIN. There's my Linux administrators. Okay, close. Apply. Okay. So now I have two users, Bob. And did I capitalize Bob? I don't remember. No, I left Bob lowercase. And I think I capitalized my B. Okay. So now I can log out of this. This admin account, my local account, will no longer work until I deactivate it from the domain if I needed to log into it locally. So whatever you have local set up will not work until you deactivate it. Because at first it's going to check your Active Directory. So I'm going to exit, and then I'm going to go ahead and putty back into this at 10.4.7. And I did .12. And so now, if I want to log in as Bob, but I have to specify Bob at lab4fun.org and Bob's password. And now I'm logged in as Bob on my client. But if I try to do something I'm not allowed to, sudo, who am I? Well, I'm Bob. Sorry, I'm not allowed to do that. But if I just try to run it, who am I? This regular command. So let me exit that. And now I'm going to try and log in as me. And we will do 10.4.7.12. And now I'm going to log in as Brian. And yes, I do have a habit of misspelling stuff, so I'm going to make sure I do it right. Brian lab4fun.org. I'm logged in. So, who am I? Yay, I'm Brian. That's good to know. Sudo. Now, I want to see this, and it should tell me I'm my password, and I should be root. and I am root. So that's how you get sudo privileges set up and log in through your Active Directory. If you want me to, I can show you this. So come over here, click on your computers. You can move them wherever you want. But if you come over here and click Disable Account, if I need to log in locally, I can disable the account and just log in back in as my admin. That would be the fastest way to do that. Or if you can just want to still use your Active Directory for it, any users you could create. Currently, it's not part of lockdown, so any Active Directory users can log in. Well, I hope this has been informative, and I thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.